It's 28 million people tan in a tanning bed every year, and 1 million people tan in a tanning bed in just a single day. What these people might not realize is the risk that they're putting themselves in. Tanning beds emit two types of ultraviolet radiation, UVA and UVB rays. UVB rays are considered the burning rays and only affect the top layer or the epidermis. UVA is much more dangerous. It goes past the epidermis into the dermis and causes long-term damage to the DNA in our skin cells. Typically, tanning beds emit 93 to 99% UVA radiation. This is 3 times as much as the sun. This is why skin cancer, eye disorders, and suppression of the immune system represent 3 reasons why people should avoid tanning beds. Tanning beds increase your risk of skin cancer exponentially. There are 3 types of skin cancer: melanoma, BCC or basal cell carcinoma, and SCC, squamous cell carcinoma. Melanoma is the most dangerous and deadliest, but also the rarest form of skin cancer. And this is an example of what it looks like. BCC and SCC are much more common and treatable if found early enough, but if they aren't found early enough, they can leave skin disorders and defectiveness. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, people who have been exposed to ultraviolet radiation from indoor tanning are 75% more likely to develop melanoma. And according to Texas A&M University, people who have been exposed to UV radiation from indoor tanning are 2.5 times more likely to develop SCC. These numbers are staggering when you consider the fact that 600,000 people will be diagnosed with skin cancer in just this year alone. That's 1 in 5 Americans being diagnosed with skin cancer. But the genetic damage to skin cells can not only develop into cancer, but almost always invoke premature aging and eye damage in instances of prolonged exposure. Another risk of tanning beds is the threat to the eye. Our corneal lens has a natural ability to absorb UV rays, and in the natural sun, it absorbs the rays but also has a defense mechanism that protects it from the harmful rays. But in a tanning bed, it doesn't have this defense mechanism anymore. This is why tanning beds are a cause of cataracts, arc eye, snow blindness, and even ocular melanoma. The most common eye disorder associated with tanning beds is cataracts. This is an example of what cataracts look like. It's basically a cover of it's a cloudiness over the lens of the eye, and it causes blurred vision and can eventually lead to blindness. Lastly, your outward appearance isn't the only thing you have to worry about when considering the risk of using a tanning bed. It also affects your insides as well. Tanning beds pose a threat to your immune system. According to the United States Department of Health and Human Services, tanning beds suppress your immune system, which puts you at risk for various infections and diseases, which is why skin cancer is such an epidemic with people who use tanning beds. Since tanning beds suppress your immune system, your body's natural ability to fight diseases is inhibited. It also affects the way some medications work. If you're taking antibiotics or birth control pills, they might not be as effective while excessively using a tanning bed. Also, if you're injured, your recovery time could be 2 times as long than it would be if you weren't using a tanning bed excessively. Now you know why tanning beds put you at an increased risk for skin cancer, cataracts, and suppression of the immune system. And also why the FDA and the CDC suggest avoiding them to prevent all of these health ailments. The best way to avoid any of these health problems is to inform yourself and educate yourself on the dangers, and to really ask yourself if a tan is worth all of the health risks involved with a tanning bed. Thank you.